Welcome my broskis to yet another video. This time I brought something you have never seen on this channel before. Today we are running a damn hot dog restaurant, but of course this is not some cozy little restaurant simulator where we peacefully serve sausages and go home happy. Oh no. This has massive, brutal horror twists to it. So let's dig in to Meat Grinder. Now, this is going to be a fairly short video. I mostly just want to highlight this game because it is simply that much fun. I received it through email from the publisher, so first of all, thank you to them for sending this over. Normally, I do not bother much with these simulator style games and I get a ton of them. They're usually not my thing at all. But then I saw the retro graphics, the horror elements and the whole disgusting hot dog concept and I thought, screw it, let's give it a spin. 2 days later, I had finished the entire game. It is a short experience, but you can keep playing after the story is done. Grind out the remaining achievements and continue running your beautiful little nightmare of a restaurant. And honestly, that is not a bad thing, because running this hot dog restaurant is weirdly relaxing. You do not have some stressful timer constantly screaming at you. The line, it can grow if you're slow, but the customers do not become furious and leave because you took 11 seconds to prepare their food. You can work at your own pace. At first, I was expecting one of those games where you're constantly panicking, trying to prepare 6 different orders while everyone starts shouting at you. This game is not that. It is actually really chill. You order buns, meat, sauces, paper, cups, potatoes for the fries, and everything else needed to keep the restaurant alive. You also have to clean the place, pick up trash, wipe the floors, take care of the bathroom, and generally stop the entire building from turning into a complete shithole. But again, the game does not force you to do that. You can let everything fall apart if you want to. Personally, I could not. My horrible human meat restaurant still needed to be clean and respectable. And of course you also have to manage your money. Customers, they pay for the food and then you spend that money ordering ingredients or repairing old equipment around the restaurant. At the beginning, you can only make the most basic of hot dogs. As you progress, you unlock fries, drinks, new sauces and more complicated orders. And that means more money from each customer. But it also means more work preparing everything. It is a simple progression system, but it freaking works. And then we get to the part where Meat Grinder becomes something completely different. The basic loop is this: run the restaurant, serve the customer, clean up, go to bed. And then every night you wake up and that is when things become very, very strange. I do not want to spoil too much because the story and the constantly escalating insanity are a huge part of what makes this game work. But during the night, you explore the small open town, discover unusual locations, collect secret ingredients, and find cheaper ways of supplying your restaurant. Because your regular meat supplier has decided to triple the goddamn price of meat, and we're not paying for that. So naturally, we need to find meat somewhere else. You also have to be careful around the police while you are doing your little nighttime activities. The town, it contains different ingredients as well that we can use to create our custom sauces. There are proper recipes that you can follow, or you can simply throw random things together and see what happens. The sauces that can have some completely ridiculous effects on customers. You can make them dance, transform them into huge zombies, or cause all kind of other weird nonsense. There's also this freezer where you need to store your meat. Leave it out too long and it starts to rot. You can still serve rotten food if you want to, but then you might need to deal with customers vomiting all over the restaurant and absolutely destroying the bathroom. And I kinda don't want to say this, but since it is shown in the promotional material, I can reveal where some of the meat comes from. Where you see, during night, we go to the graveyard and we dig up the dead bodies buried in the ground. You drag them back to the restaurant, chop them into manageable pieces, throw those pieces through the meat grinder, and there you go, fresh meat. Some of the things this game asks you to do generally made me stop and think, am I really doing this right now? It gets uncomfortable, disgusting, and surprisingly brutal. But the game still somehow manages to keep this strange, quirky sense of humor throughout. And I have to say that visually, the game looks fantastic. The retro graphics are beautiful to look at. And the horror moments in the game, they become much more effective than I expected from what initially looked like a simple restaurant simulator. The game is short, but it does not overstay its welcome. I started playing Meat Grinder expecting to mess around for 20 minutes. Instead, I finished the entire thing in 2 days, and that, my broskis, is usually a very good sign. So if you're looking for something weird, funny, relaxing, and deeply disturbing at the same time, Meat Grinder is absolutely worth checking out. And if you enjoy brutal little gems just like this, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. And Papa Slim, he will see you in the next one. Over and out.